There's also been some issues regarding hiring and promotional practices within the Sheriff's Department. Can you share some of those issues and how you'd go about solving them as if you took over next, I assume it's in January, would be when you would take over?
January 20th. Again, the Sheriff's Office is a very political place. And one of the biggest complaints, and I've heard, and I've taught at the Oakland Police Academy for probably 15, 18 years. And people feel like if they don't know somebody in the Sheriff's Office, they can't get in. And I've met a lot of great officers that have come and applied at our department and not been able to get hired, but gotten hired somewhere else. And you watch them as their career flourishes, and you're wondering why didn't we hire that person? The promotional process. We have people that hire into the Sheriff's Department that have never worked a day at corrections or patrol services in their life, brand new, rookie, and some officer who you have watched that has been working so hard ends up finishing low on the list, where somebody who may be related to or connected or knows someone. And the silly thing is a lot of these people come in and actually brag about it. And that's the unfortunate part, is they know somebody, they're not smart enough to keep their mouth shut. and they come in and they really boast about the fact that they know people, and then you see what happens, people that are getting transferred to divisions where it's clear in the policy that you have to have X amount of time as a particular rank to be able to go to a different work location, but those things are just put by the wayside all the time.
So cronyism kind of from top to bottom.
Right, and what that does is it just smashes officers' morale. Good officers say, forget it, I don't want to test, because there's no reason, there's no point. I don't know anybody, so I'm never going to go anywhere. And I think that that's, again, a reason that we lose officers. And I think,
And it costs a lot of money to train an officer.
Absolutely, it's not cheap. Or working as a training sergeant, having an officer who is not making the grade. I mean, and I'm not saying somebody's stupid, but not everybody's cut out for every profession. Some kid may decide they want to be a doctor and then pass out at the sight of blood. Some officers, some guys, some women, think that they want to be a police officer. And then they get into the profession and they go into, let's say, the jail situation, and they're not ready for it. And you see that. And that's the time when we're doing our field training officer program. That's the time that we really need. We have these officers that are great senior officers that are out there, and they take extra time. It's extra work every single day to train an officer. I mean, and it's babysitting. You got to be with somebody every day and watch their every move and be able to sit down and critique them. And when a field training officer comes to you as a training sergeant and says, this person isn't cutting it, the worst thing that you can do, especially when you have a brand new officer who will go to 3 different officers, okay? And when you have 3 different officers that are telling you this officer is not cutting it, you go to the administration and they say, sorry, there's nothing we can do because they know so-and-so, they're not going anywhere. What a slap in these officers' face. And I've had good field training officers say, I'm not doing it anymore. I don't want to train people, because it doesn't matter what we say. It has to matter. Because in the long run, if we start putting people that are not quality people, it's going to hurt us in the end. It's going to be, there's going to be liability in the end, and it can cost the county money. It costs all taxpayers money. We need to get the best of the best.
Well, I agree, because we certainly do need to make our government work better at all levels.